ora, Scorpio. Thanks for joining me for your reading for this new moon in Libra. Remember, these are really general tarot readings. They're very intuitive tarot readings also, and take what resonates therefore and leave what doesn't. Also, do check out the collective reading for the new moon in Libra, which is literally happening right now, Scorpio, because it was kind of interesting if you can stick with it. And thanks for joining me today. Please like if you do like the video, because it really helps for it to be seen by others as well. So let us begin. We've got 2 cards coming out. We'll get another 2, then we'll go through and clarify. We've got the 3 of Wands, Scorpio. You know, you've been on a journey here, and maybe you're just having a wee break at the moment. It is that equinox time. It's a really pause time, pause, press the pause button, contemplation time. We're really considering, it's like being in a room and considering, okay, so we've got like, I don't know how many people in a room, everyone's different opinions, everyone's different backgrounds, everyone's different whatever's, everything's different, you know, and we're trying to come to a collective agreement. It's that balancing and the negotiating strength of Libra. Of course, the 3 of Wands is just, you know, you've, this is sort of, in my mind, it is actually a card of a lot of life experience. You know, the pitfalls, the trials that you've already experienced along this journey. And so you look ahead and realize, well, I'm keeping on keeping going because I've got things I want to bring into form here, and I know that I can do that. So there is a level of confidence in this card, and so there should be, because the second card we have the Magician. The Magician with his wand in this Morgan Greer deck. I like the deck. And so what do we think of when we think of a magician, a consummate manifester? That's the key word that people use a lot, really, isn't it? But we're just bringing into form our intentions. And so at this time, actually, we need to be very conscious and aware of what those intentions are, because the ability to bring things into form, not necessarily at this time, but as time moves on, are highly acute for you, Scorpio. Let's just see. Just another couple of cards for Scorpio, please. We get 2? We've got 3. We've got 2. Got an extra one. Wow. So this is, as I said, a very in tune Scorpio we have at this current time. We have the High Priestess coming out in combination with the moon. This is about as intuitive as you can get. It's been right on the pulse of the connection that you have. If you could describe it like a little, I don't know, like a wee connection between you and your higher self, or your connection with the universe. Because we're all animated by the same thing. It's life force, it's life source. Every living thing is animated by that. So you've got a really acute connection with that at the moment, and works in progress. And you know what you are bringing into form, yet it may well not. And I certainly think it hasn't come into form yet. Don't be too attached, obviously, and always, to particular outcomes. The extra card is the 4 of Cups, you know, about not recognizing a gift when it's been offered. Just because it's not overly familiar doesn't mean it's not a gift. And it's an emotional gift here. So let us clarify, Scorpio, for you. Let's clarify for Scorpio, please. And we're looking very closely at the Three of Wands and the Magician. We're looking at the Three of Wands first. Yeah. Ten of Wands, Ten of Wands, Ten of Wands alert. But it's not an alert. It's that you are not burdened by anything at the moment, Scorpio. You've been through that. You're starting that suit again, but you're starting it with the extra edge, as it were. And I see that as the Magician. Magician. I was going to say before, you know, what do you get with the Three of Wands and the Magician? Well, you get the Four of Wands. You get a level of completion when you ditch that 10 because it's too much of a burden. Excuse the light. It's starting to fade now. Because it's such a burden. We get the Four of Wands coming out. As I speaking in the collective reading at this new moon in Libra, was being at the center of this wheel, because we are at a point, a crossover time at this time of the year, northern or southern hemisphere. Now the Four of Wands is often seen as the double 11, the happy home, a card of great security. You know where you're at here. You actually know what you can do with what you've got as well. If you want to look at it in a practical level, you're working on two different levels here, Scorpio. Just like Hermes can work within the realms and in the underworld, working through, but having access to both the earthly realms, the underworld, the upper world, however you want to look at it. And so we've got this beautiful Four of Wands. In the Thoth deck, it's called Completion, to clarify the Magician. And the Three of Wands together, really. There has been a completion and there are new things coming in. With that Four of Wands, we have the Strength card. We understand our own internal beast, that is the mind. We are not tripped up, or tricked by it. Because we know our feet are firmly planted on the ground, but we have the abilities of the Magician as well. If you know what I mean, take it in the way that it may well resonate for you, and if it doesn't, leave it. So now we're looking at that High Priestess with the moon. They are a duo in some ways, and of course here we see the new moon at the feet of the High Priestess and on her forehead, and also the full moon. So we see a whole cycle, largely a cycle here. So possibly some things may be seen as we head towards the full moon. Let's look at the High Priestess for Scorpio, please. The Priestesses, highways and byways, full of knowledge, and also representing very, very acute, we're getting intuition. Far too many, but what ones? Oh, yeah, that's it. You're using also, Scorpio, a level of your own emotional intensity and strength here to bring things, obviously, into form. We've got the Chariot again. So we started with the Chariot. The light's getting worse and worse, but let's keep going. We started with the Chariot. We've got the Chariot, right? We might not see it yet, but we will. We also have the Prince of Cups. And there's this thing of offering. Something's not only are you working at yourself, something is coming to you, Scorpio, I do think. Because we've got the Prince of Cups and we've got that Four of Cups tagged on the end. This, don't miss the offering. It might be small, it might be little, it might be clumsy, you might be attached to a different one. But this is something to be aware of. Whether you accept, whether you don't, but it's part of what you're trying to create here, right? So I'll just get one more card for lovely Scorpio, then we'll pull a Brian Froud card, management. Yeah, this is going to come in handy. The Knight of Discs manages what has been sown. Reliable, sturdy. This is a seamless, I would say, for you, Scorpio. Whatever it happens to pertain to in your life, it's going to be a seamless execution. I mean, in terms of, an execution of a plan, it's going to be seamless. Trust your emotional landscape. We've got 3 Brian Froud cards coming out. You're in control here. It is whatever you want it to be. And as I said before, be clear on your intentions, Scorpio, because this is something quite special. We've got the card of counterparts, the fawn, a mirrored image, friendship, intense connections here. We've got the blank card, which is whatever you want it to be, or it's designed to put your own little fairy figure on if you want to. This situation, scenario, or product of your intentions will be what you want it to be. You need clarity on this. And what is it going to bring you? Fairy that was kissed by the pixies. This is a beautiful, amazing card. It's one of my favorite cards in this deck. You are feeling, whatever's happening for you or for any individual Scorpio out there, but you're feeling that life force pulsing right through you. This could be, and I do get a sense that it is about relationships, but it's also about work, and it could be about both. So, pretty amazing. And just a rock, mineral, or crystal for you, lovely Scorpio. What was that? That was just going, meet. Pick me. Shungite, we get this. Protection from modern ills. Grounding, firm feet. Everyday healing, purifying. We're kind of, it's the magician's tool, this crystal rock. It's the magician's tool, Scorpio. So on that note, have a wonderful new moon in Libra. Take good care, Scorpio, and we shall hopefully see you next time at the full moon and see what's come out of this. On that note, take good care. Ka kite and bye from me.